What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's popping? What's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good, what's good? What's good? So I wanted to do this real quick because I've been, talking on social media, on Facebook, on my Instagram, and, I was letting people know that I'm trying to give away $2,500 today to a guy who can logically answer this question. You understand? And the question that I have is going to come up in a second, but you know what I got to do first? Let's just start it this way first. Let's just do this first, and then we're going to get back to this shit.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
And you got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back, people. What's popping? Shout out to everybody in the chat. So I'm not gonna be here too long, but I have to do this video, right? And let me say something real quick. This is probably the last time for a long time that I'm gonna talk about this topic. I apologize. I've been going hard all week or 2 weeks for the past 2 weeks talking about this body count shit, but it's you guys know I got these guilty pleasures where I be doing this fucking retarded ass shit. But but shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Unique 79 in the building, Spartan Butler, Notice That Talent, who is Ace, Tony, AT's in the building, Drewson, David Red, Iceberg S, what's popping, Tonic Water, Charles Gray, Certified Tyrone in the building, John Doe is in the building, BK is in the building, Cole Steele. Shout out to everybody, man. Usher is in here, Art is in here, Olympus is in here, man. Shout out to everybody. So let's get this started. Okay, so basically I titled this, I'm giving away $2,500 to any man who could logically answer this question about women, right? And so let me put up this screenshot of what I did on Instagram and Facebook today. So I'm going to read this and it's going to explain the question and explain what I'm talking about, right? So I said, I'm giving away $2,500 today to any man who can logically answer this question. How can you determine the exact number of men a woman has slept with? The first person that can answer this question with a logical way to determine the exact body count, I will Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal you $2,500 today, no cap. You understand? Now, I said, I want to help you guys out since most guys apparently won't make a chick their girl if she has a high body count. Shouldn't we know the exact number if you're going to make major moves in your life by having a woman be a wife and the mother of your children? For example, if high to you means more than 10 men, remember what high is subjective. The question is, how can you determine the exact number of men a woman has slept with, right? And so then the next thing it says, if your limit is 10, for example, how do you know this woman has slept with 5 guys or 15 guys or 7 guys or 11 guys? How do you get the exact number since you base your decision making of who to wife up and who not to on if the body count is high or not? I'm asking for accuracy, not assumptions, because if you're making your moves in your dating life based off of you feeling like she's had a lot of men, then you're moving with emotion and not logic. I said so again. I was supposed to say so again. So I said so again. By the end of today, September 15th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the first person to come up with a logical way to determine the exact number of men a woman has slept with, I will Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal you $2,500. And I'm serious. I'm not even joking, guys. I'm not joking. So you guys can call up. You guys can put it in the chats. You understand what I'm saying? I want you guys to, like, see, BPX is like, the answer is you can't. There is no way to tell. I agree. I agree. Now, the reason why I said that in callers, I'm going to get to y'all in a second. The reason why I said that is to bring up this point is that if it's actually such a big deal, because dudes is like, I'm not wifing up no chick that fucked around with a bunch of dudes. Okay, well, how do you know? Like, how do you logically find this out? And then if a person says, well, I don't want a chick who has a high body count. Okay, what's a high body count? For some guys, they might say 5, over 5. Some guys might say over 10. Some guys might say over 15. Some guys might say if she had sex with more than 2 guys, that's a high body count. So my question to you is, if let's say, for example, it's 10 guys, you say if she can have sex with over 10 guys, how do you specifically know this girl that you like, that you're dating, that could be wifey material or could be somebody you could potentially be in a long-term relationship? How do you know if, how many guys she had sex with? See, James is saying her actions and behavior give it away every time. But what I'm saying is, how do you know specifically how many? Because if you say if a girl had more than sex with more than 10 guys, I would never wife her up. Okay, so let's say it was true that this girl had sex with 13 guys. How do you know she had sex with 13 guys? Like, how would you find out? What if she only had sex with 7 guys? How would you find out? You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the question. So basically, somebody earlier said, well, you can't, there's no way. So if you can't and there's no way, why is this even a topic? You understand? So what I'm saying to you guys is some of y'all who are watching right now have girlfriends or wives who've had sex with more guys than you would even know. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all. So what I'm saying is that how do you find out? What is the way to find out? And see, my thing is, there is no logical, rational way to find this out. So if there's no logical, rational way to find this out, then basically you're going off of feelings. You're going off of emotion. You're saying, I feel like this girl's a slut. So then therefore I'm going to make a decision whether or not to fuck with her in this fashion or that fashion because of what I feel. Not because of what you know, but because of what you feel. Now, again, you can choose to do whatever you want when you're dealing with women. What I'm saying, though, is that imagine you meet a girl that you actually like and she likes you, right? And are you going to tell me that y'all get along, y'all connect, there's chemistry there, you like her, she likes you, the sex is good, she's listening to what you say and she's cooperative, and this is a girl who's like you would consider wifey? So you're trying to tell me if you say, well, I'm not going to wife up a girl who had sex with more than 10 guys. So if you find out this girl had sex with 12 dudes, you find out like positively you found out, however you ever found this out, I don't know how you would, but let's say for sake of argument, you did. You trying to tell me because she had sex with 12 guys and your limit is 10, you will get rid of this woman? Is that what we're saying? See, the reason why this is important actually is because some of y'all are essentially making life choices off of something that you can't even determine. You understand? You're making life choices off of something you can't determine. See, I'll tell you guys how you want to know the way to find out how many guys a girl slept with. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. This is so simple. I'm going to tell you how to find the exact number of men that a woman has slept with. You understand? Shout out to April in the building. What's going on, girl? Let me put up the donation joint up in here. Shout out to April in the building. But I'm going to tell you guys how to find this out. I'm gonna tell you how to find it. It's real simple. I'm about to blow your guys' minds of how to find out exactly the exact number. Y'all want the exact number? I'm gonna tell you how to find the exact. I'm the first guy ever that will tell you. You've never. I promise you never heard this before. Do y'all want to know? Let me hold on. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to know how to find the exact number of guys a woman has slept with in her life. I'll tell you, it's real simple. Let me see some ones in the chat and I will let you guys know how to do this. Real simple. Okay, we got a 1 in the chat. Cool. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do this, right? Take out your notepads. This is exactly how you do it. Okay, you find a couple who's about to have a baby. Right? A baby daughter. You find a couple who's about to have a baby daughter, right? And you live with that couple and their family until that girl turns 18 or whatever the legal age is, right? So you live with that couple and their daughter until she turns 18. Then when she becomes sexually active, let's say at 18, you follow her everywhere she goes for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that means you follow her to her school, her classes, when she's sleeping, when she's waking up to eat breakfast, when she goes to the bathroom, you follow her, right? When she goes to the club, to the bar, when she's hanging out with her friends, you put a tracking device on her to see where she's at all times, right? You hang out with her when she's on dates with guys. You go on the date with her with the guys and look and pay attention to what's going on. You follow her and the guy home. And then you watch her have sex with that guy, right? And then you leave with her while she leaves that guy and you follow her home, right? And then you stay up all night and watch her sleep because you can't go to sleep. Because if you go to sleep, she could have fucked somebody while you were sleeping. So you can't go to sleep ever. You have to watch this woman 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with no sleep ever, right? And you have to follow her everywhere she goes at all times. I told you this was simple. This is real simple. So you can't sleep. You have to follow her everywhere she goes. And you have to keep track of all the sex that she's having. That is the way that you find the exact number of guys a woman has slept with. You understand? That is the only way. But it's simple though. It's simple. You understand what I'm saying? This is so simple. I don't know why you guys haven't done this yet. Because if this is such an important part of your dating life, if it's so important that you're not fucking with a girl who's from the streets, wouldn't it make sense that you got to find out exactly how many guys she fucked so you know you're not wifing up a girl from the streets? Right? So the thing is that if this is important to you, right, then you need to find out. So real talk, you must have just came in. The question is, how do you find out the exact number of men a woman has slept with? That's the question. How do you find this out logically? What's the logical way to find out the exact number of men a woman slept with? Because apparently for most guys, this is very important because they're not going to wife up. Listen, I'm trying to help you guys out. You guys are not trying to wife up thoughts and sluts and girls from the streets. I get it. So if this is what it is, we need to know what you would consider high body count. Right? And remember, high body count is subjective. Some guys might say 5. Some guys might say 10. Some guys might say more than 2. Right? See, you can ask the girl, but she can lie. You understand? Even like for myself, I get a lot of girls who tell me their body counts and they're very free flowing with it, but they can still be lying to me too. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they're telling me the whole truth. Matter of fact, I posted this on Instagram. Somebody also said the girls might not even know their body counts. Facts. He said the girls might not even know their body counts. Because they're probably not even counting like that, some of them. Then on top of that, you have girls who do shit but don't count the shit they're doing. Like a lot of girls don't count fucking hand jobs, blow jobs, getting fucked in the ass. They don't count that shit. Sometimes if the sex was trash, they don't count that shit. You understand? So what I'm saying is that we need to know how to get to the exact body count. Like I said, you have to follow this woman everywhere for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can't sleep. That's the only way to find out. You understand? So, I mean, if anyone has a better way than that, please email me, put it in the chat, call or whatever, so I can give you this money. Because I want us to find out the exact way to make this happen, because I don't want you guys to marry the thoughts. I don't want you guys to marry all these sluts out here. I want you guys to marry women who have super, 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 super low body counts, because that's going to make you happy. You understand? So in order for us to know if he actually has a low body count or not, we need to know the exact number. Right? That's what I'm saying. We need to know the exact number of guys she slept with to accurately say whether or not her body count is high. Because then once we know that, then we know that she's wife material, right? This is what we're saying. Because guys, listen, I want you guys to have a good long-term relationship. If you want a girlfriend or even if you want a wife, I want you guys to have a good wife and a good long-term relationship. And obviously you can't have a good long-term relationship or, like a good wife if she has a lot of bodies. So I'm trying to ask you guys, how do we, this is a brainstorming session. You understand? It's a brainstorming session. So we want to know. It's crazy. You said be open and non-judgmental with her like girlfriends and make her think that being a slut is a trophy, at which point compare body counts. The Brutus said the best way to find out a woman's exact body counts is tell Locario will give them, what, $2,500 to know the exact number, and then he will lie. What? I'm confused. I got to write that different. You understand? I already gave y'all what the closest thing that I think you guys can do. Follow her around every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and don't sleep. You understand? But you'll have to do this for every woman though. You can't just do this for one girl. You got to do this for all women. So I don't know how you're going to be at every place at once doing this for all women, but this is how it has to happen. You understand? But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some calls, but I just want you guys to think about this. I want you guys to think about a way that we can actually get the exact number, because remember, it's not about assumptions, because guys will be like, well, it's not about how many, I can tell that she's a slut because no. You can't. See, I had a dude in the comments before, he was like, well, you can tell a girl is a slut because she has mental issues. Really? So because a girl had sex with a bunch of guys, that automatically means she has mental issues? Can't she have mental issues for other things? Is it just really because she had sex with guys? Is that what we're saying? And how much how many guys does a woman need to fuck in order for her to have mental issues? You understand? See, Doughboy says also, what is the definitive number that substantiates as high, and how is that determined? Exactly. Because what guys determine as high is their own opinion. So if one guy says more than 5 is high and one guy says more than 10 is high, is the guy that says more than 10 wrong? Because the guy that said more than 5, so if someone is 7 to the guy that says 5, more than 5 is high, he's saying this girl has a high body count. The guy who says more than 10, he says she has a low body count. So does she have a low body count or a high body count? Or is her body count predicated on that specific guy? And then if it is predicated on that specific guy, how does he find out? You understand? And again, the reason why I'm going in on this is because guys are saying they will never wife up a girl who have a high body count. I'm not wifing up a girl who got ran through. Really? How do you know? This is what I'm trying to say. How much is ran through? And if we come up with that number, how do you find out the number? You understand? Unique 79 says some guys will regard one body count as high. Facts. Austria John said, but Locario, who cares about the body count? I'm glad you asked. A lot of niggas care about the body count. Because apparently dudes is like, well, you can't wife up a girl who has a high body count. You can't have a chick as a wife. So these dudes who want wives or who wants girlfriends, they care. Because apparently you can't have a girlfriend who has a high body count. You can't have a wife who has a high body count. It's impossible. It will never work. She can't pair bond, right? So if she can't pair bond, then that means we got to find a woman with a low body count, whatever that means. And then how do we actually see? We got to get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. How do we find out the number though? That's what we're trying to find out. How do we find out the number? But let's take some calls real quick. We're going to go to 813-256-646 and then 718-813. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Locario, how you doing, bro?
Chilling. What up, my brother? What's going on? What up?
I'm doing good. Now, you asked this question is loaded like a baked potato, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I got you. But listen, this is what I'm going to do for you, because I don't want to take all the money. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I want to give it away. I want to give it away. You got to tell me.
You want to give it away? No, listen, we're going to do this. I got 4 quick answers, and you can just give me 10%. You can just give me 10% of the money for each question, for each answer. All right,
right. Go.
All right. So you kind of already kicked the ball off. So from now, the prerequisite is you got to do this from birth, like you said. So here's my 4 questions. Here's my 4 answers. All right. The first one is you got to install a micro security camera inside her pussy. That's one. Yo, can I get a round of applause for that?
Thanks. That's now you're thinking.
All right, bet. All right, now let's go to answer number 2. Now, answer number 2, you got to be a little crafty with this, but you can do it. It's possible. You put a Fitbit around the entrance of her pussy. So you know how the Fitbit's like every time you move and shit,
right,
it kind of tracks your movement. So you put a Fitbit at the entrance of her pussy, so every dick that goes in it, it counts it. You know what I'm saying? So All right.
Yo, this dude been thinking. I love it.
All right. Now, number 3. Are you familiar with Aldi's grocery store?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you know how they got the shopping cart system? You got to put a quarter in to get a shopping cart?
Right.
Okay, now using that same system, but instead of shopping carts and quarters, you install some kind of system where every penis that's inserted inside of a pussy, it gets microchipped.
Right, right.
And then you'll have an app that allows you to check the amount of micro or nano chips that has been distributed.
Facts.
All right, so you can check on the app how many dicks have been in. And the last answer, and this is the best answer that I got. This is gonna take the prize. You hire God as a private detective.
Oh my God.
So what's up? You want me to what's up? Do I tell you my cash app?
That's crazy.
I don't want all the money. I just want 10% for every answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I think you might have came with the best answers. I think this is something that's going to be very useful for the red pill. You know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna help a lot of guys out. You know what I'm saying? I think you cracked the code. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but while we fucking around, these insecure ass niggas that are smart, like geeks and shit, they're gonna invent this shit. Bro.
Right. Exactly. That's facts.
So that's. I mean, I don't know how you can get any better than that, bro. But I think that's the answer. I don't know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We could talk. You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
Yo, I appreciate that, my brother. We have to talk about something. That's some good ass fucking thinking right there. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But see, guys, we coming up with the game for y'all. We trying to give y'all ways to get the exact body count. You understand what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, bro.
We're trying to get you guys to understand that, man. But yo, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Yes, sir, man.
All right, let's go to 256. 256. What's popping? Who this?
What up? This Scott.
What up? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. You shouldn't. That shit's all in the past. You shouldn't have to worry about who she's fucked and who she's not fucked.
Right.
I mean, if you're worried about all that shit, you might as well go find a girlfriend at 16 and wait till she's 18.
Right. Exactly.
About all that shit because that shit don't fucking matter. Why are you worried about who she's fucked in the past? I mean, come on. It's the future.
Right.
The past is in the past. When you're driving in a car and you're looking out your front window and you're looking out your rear view mirror, which one's bigger? The front windshield.
Exactly.
Why the fuck you worry? You can't worry about no fucking past.
That's facts.
You don't worry about the past. You ain't never gonna find no one. Never, ever, ever, ever.
That's facts.
Fuck how many she's been with. Talking about me and you now.
Right.
So you never gonna find out.
Right.
So,
nah, that's real talk.
Right there.
That's real talk, man. Yo, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man. So let's go to 646. 646. What's popping?
Hey, what's good?
What up?
Shia from Brooklyn. Yeah, I donated to the
Shia, what's going on, family? Appreciate the donation. What's good? What's going on?
Yeah, so I don't think there's any way to know for sure, obviously, right? You can't really know. But me personally, I just there's some woman, like, again, like everyone, that's the thing, every woman is different. Like some women could have sex a lot of times and then, you know, their body is still, you know, in good shape, and some other women, they could only have sex a few times and then that their body is, you know, messed up because of that.
Right.
But generally, I mean, I know women who have sex a lot. Like, I just don't want no woman who, like, it just looks visually like she be with a lot of men. Like, I don't want that. So
you saying
it don't matter. Like,
you don't want a chick to look like she hanging out on the corner selling pussy. That's the type of shit you talking about.
Say that again.
You said so basically you say you don't want to have a chick looking like she's selling pussy on the corner type of shit. Is that what you're saying?
Right, because here's the thing, right? There's some women, right? Like if you like take off their clothes and everything, right?
Right.
You get some women like they pussy look like wrinkly and like freaking shriveled up, and then they loose and everything. So it's like they may not have had sex with a lot of men, but still, it's just not for me. I don't like the way it looks.
Right. Well, I mean,
but,
that's
and here's the thing but in reality, it's like, right. So it doesn't really matter how much. You won't really know how many men she has sex with, and it doesn't really matter in the context of having a successful relationship. But just like a man, you could choose, hey, I want a woman who has a fat ass, I want a woman with thick lips, I want to be a red bone. That's your preference.
Right.
You know, you can choose that if you want, but even that woman that you choose with these physical features, she still got to be submissive and cooperative for her to be with you.
Right.
Same thing with the woman who, I mean, if I think she's been with a lot of men, just me personally, I'm a kind of back off. But I can't prove it. I can't prove it at all. Like you said, I can't prove it.
Right.
But if it seems,
and what would make what would make you think she's been with a lot of men? Like what would make you? What are some of the assumptions?
You see, that's a good one. For me, sometimes there's a way they carry themselves. Like women who, I feel like women who are really feminine and who really been with a lot of men. They know they know men, and they have this aura about them where they're very sexual. I mean, that's what I get. Like they sexual, and they just give off this aura. Like, but again, it doesn't. I don't know, because there's this woman who's like really quiet and stuff, and they the biggest freak. So.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
women, see, that's the thing.
You don't really know.
See, that's the thing. A lot of times, because look, you're gonna have all types of women. You actually see. I'll be the first one that be getting on here saying, "Yo, all these chicks out here is crazy. And they be fucking a bunch of like." But you still do have women out here who aren't getting down crazy. Like, but they're in a smaller percentage. You understand what I'm saying? Like the type of women that most guys are thinking about as far as wifey type, and you know, she's not for the streets and all of that. That's a small number of women. Like it's a small number of women, especially in today's age. You understand what I'm saying? It's not to say that they're not out there, but it's a small amount. Now, the problem is that most women are sort of in the middle, meaning most women are the type of women who they're this way or that way, depending on the guy. You understand what I'm saying? So you might meet a chick and you're like, man, she's not like these girls from the streets because she's acting this way, but she's acting that way towards you because she wants you to wife her up. You understand what I'm saying? And then behind closed doors, like she literally just came from fucking some dude before she came on a date with you. You understand what I'm saying? And you're thinking this girl is like different. And it's like, nah, she does the same thing as other girls. So that's the thing where a lot of guys come up, like I saw this list on this website of how to tell if a girl fucks a lot of guys, and it was like saying shit like she has tattoos and she fucking wears revealing clothing and just a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like you can't really tell based off of those little things, and you can't tell how much. You understand what I'm saying? Because you act like this is the thing. This is how you can tell to a certain extent. And this is not even foolproof 100%, but this is how you'll probably tell just a little bit in certain situations if a girl really likes to get down. And then even this still isn't even that accurate but it's a little closer. If you're fucking with a girl, right? And she, like, let's say you hooking up with a girl, right? And you've been hooking up with her for like 3 or 4 months or whatever. That's not your girl. You're just hooking up with her. And she has a very high sex drive, meaning like, every time you hit her up, she wants you to come through and smash. You smash, at 5 p.m. and then she wants to smash again at 6 and then probably a third time at 7. You're like, damn, like this girl can't get enough dick. You understand what I'm saying? Like she just likes sex a lot. You understand? A girl who shows you that she likes sex a lot usually is having sex with multiple dudes, because she's not going to it's not like she's going to just sit there and wait for you to show up. But on the flip side, though, she could actually be the type of girl who likes sex a lot, but just in the confines of dealing with you specifically. You see what I'm saying? Meaning that there's something about you specifically that turned her on to the point where she just like doing that with you a lot. And then let's say y'all don't see each other anymore, she might find another guy later on down the line where she'll do the same thing with that guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like she finds guys she really likes and gets freaky with those guys. Versus you have some girls who just get freaky with multiple different guys in that context. You see what I'm saying? But either way, women love sex. So I think a lot of guys got to just understand that across the board, generally women like to fuck. They love sex. They love dick. And so therefore it's almost impossible to determine how much sex she's actually had with how many people and all that other stuff. So it's almost a moot point to even like make that part of the vetting process. You understand? Because what it really is about is, what is this girl who is this girl gonna be in relation to you? That's the most important thing. Who is she gonna, cause what it is that, let's say I was fucking with a girl, right? And I was hooking up with her, but she was giving me a little bit of attitude. You understand what I'm saying? And I was like, man, fuck this bitch. She just she annoying. I ain't really fucking with her no more. And then let's say, Shia, let's say you meet her after me. And let's say she's giving you 100% cooperation. Let's say she's just like, you know, like just straight about you all day, every day, just doing everything she needs to do to be with you, right? What does that have to do with what the fuck she did with me and any other dude before me if she's doing exactly what she needs to do for you? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get guys to understand. Because the fact is, you will never know what the girl did before you, and just because of how and because of how she's treating you in that moment doesn't determine, because based off of how she would treat you, you'd probably think she's not the type of girl who fucked me or guys like me or a number of guys in the past because of how she's treating you. And that's what fools guys. They be like, man, this girl, she's amazing. She's not like these girls out here in the street. She's like cool and she's chill and she's not you understand? But she's doing that to you. She feels that way about you, which is why she's acting that way towards you. You see what I'm saying? So there's no way to know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's really no accurate way to know. You can make an assumption, right? You can make an assumption, and there are women who are crazy like that or super freaky like that because they put it all out in the street, meaning that they'll let you know they're a hoe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they'll wear it as a badge of honor. Those girls, you can tell they are getting down, but you still don't know the number, but you know they're getting down because they're literally letting you know and they're showing you. You understand? And then you have on the opposite end of the spectrum, the women who don't show you shit, but they're getting down heavy. Or you have the women who don't show you shit and they're not getting down heavy. So it's all over the fucking place. You see what I'm saying? It's all over the place.
Well, I know one way that you can determine generally if she's more promiscuous versus less. And this happened to me multiple times. And that is, for example, in one case, I was with this a lady in Trinidad, actually. I was over there on vacation. And so she lives in Trinidad. And, you know, I went there for vacation for like a month. Then I came back to New York. And then, you know, we used to still talk on the phone, you know, over WhatsApp.
Right.
But then when I went back there some years later, you know, my cousin was like, oh, he smashed. So I'm like, wait, hold up. Wait, you talking about the girl I'm talking to? You smashed her? He was like, yeah. So then I asked her, and then she broke down in tears and like, yeah, she smashed my cousin. So pretty much what I'm saying is that if other guys are telling you that they smashing this chick, oh, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a chick that's just reckless, you know? Because even in my building, there's this guy that's smashing this chick in the building, and he's just talking like dudes talk to each other, like, hey, you know, I smashed her on the third floor, da da da. So if guys are talking about this chick, like, yeah, that's mad, you know, like, generally, I mean, what do you think? Like, I've had that happen to me where guys are just like, yeah, man.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same shit though, because all that's happening in your situation is you just met the guys she smashed versus other girls you've been with. You just ain't met the guy she smashed. You understand what I'm saying? So you could be randomly meet some dude and be like, yo, look at this. This is bad bitch I'm fucking with. And he's gonna be like, oh, I know her. I hit that last week. You understand? Like, that could happen at any point. You just don't know. So that's what I'm saying, where it's this thing where everyone's trying to get away from the reality. But the reality, like, you can't escape the reality. The reality is that women, they're doing what they do and it's fine. But a lot of times guys, they let this, again, it's an ignorance of, it's this like ignorance of people not understanding women are sexual just like us. They like to fuck just like us. You understand what I'm saying? And what determines actual relationship success is if two people get together who are compatible and who are willing to make it work. That's it. It has nothing to do with how much niggas she fucked. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing. The only way it will have something to do with that is if in the sexual situations, or even the situation she was in with guys non-sexually, if there was some trauma, you understand what I'm saying? Or some type of sexual abuse in those situations, that could cause an issue in the actual relationship between her and any other guy she's dealing with. But if a chick is just actually having sex and having orgasms and having a good time, that's not going to fuck up a long-term relationship with a guy she has a connection with and who has a connection with her, because they'll just work with it and fucking do it. You understand what I'm saying? But dudes don't get that. They start to think, man, well, she has sex with all these guys, then she's going to cheat on me. No, she's not. That doesn't mean she's going to cheat on you because she has sex with all those guys, because if that's the case, that would mean you're going to cheat on her with other women because you had sex with all these women. But see, guys don't think about, this is what guys think. Guys think that when women have sex, they don't have any type of control or know-how about their own bodies and their own pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? So they're like, well, if a girl has sex, she's just going to go wild. If she had sex with a bunch of guys, she can't control herself. She's a wild fucking animal. You understand what I'm saying? And so they don't realize that if a girl's fucking around when she's single and fucking a bunch of guys when she's single, if she gets into a monogamous relationship with a man, she's like, oh, well, this is my man now, so I'm not going to go around fucking all these dudes because he's my man, and I'm not going to cheat on this nigga if I want to keep this relationship intact as a monogamous relationship. But guys don't think that. They think that women fuck these guys, and then it's like, oh, I can't get into relationship with her because she just can't help herself. She's going to be waking up in the middle of the night, jumping out the window, scavenging the fucking streets for dick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what the dudes be thinking, and it's not true. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy,
right.
brother.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. But
but like you said, you can't determine. It's impossible. It's impossible.
That's what I'm saying. But brother, I appreciate the call, my brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, thank
you. Peace. All right. So let's go to 832. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, this is Ken. How you doing, Mr. Well, I know you're doing good. I see you.
What up? What's going on?
You got me fucking weak, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and Buddy already took 40% of the money, so I'm gonna just clean up the rest of the 60%. So what you actually gotta do, and like I got this shit from a gynecologist homie of mine, so like this shit is foolproof.
Right.
Like for y'all niggas out here doubting me. So this is what you do. First, you gotta break into the medical database at the hospital that she went to when she was first sexually active, right? That's easy shit, right? I mean, anybody can do that, right? It's not, 124-bit encrypted medical records and no shit like that. And then, so what you do is you look at the measurements of her uterus, right, when she first became sexually active, which will be in the paperwork, right? And then you look at her most current uterus measurement. You subtract the two, right? You get your number and you divide that by 0.78. Remember this shit, 0.78 exactly. And it's always gonna come out to a whole number. That's the crazy part about the shit. Right. It's always gonna come out to a whole number. Unless you fuck the midget though. Unless you fuck the midget, it will end in 0.25. Watch out for that. Watch out for those 0.25. Now, and that's gonna give you all the answers. Like, because since that shit's so important to a lot of niggas.
That's funny. Y'all niggas got jokes.
but like, also real shit, man. Like, so like I recently got out of like a hella long term, like basically like 2 long ass relationships back to back, and like I'm just now getting back into like this whole dating shit, man. And like, I'm so glad I found you, bro. Like, man, on my mama, bro, on my fucking mama, bro. Like, because I was lost in the bitch, man. I shit you not. I was listening to a bunch of red pill shit there for a minute, and like, man, like I was going down the dark hole, man. Damn. I was like, for a second, I just found myself like hating women and shit, man. And like, after like really taking some time and like listening to a lot of the stuff that y'all guys say, Like the truth is, like that a lot of dudes just won't fucking nut up and just admit. The reason why you care about all that bullshit, bro, is because you're afraid of women, bro.
That's
like,
facts.
No, like who gives a fuck, bro? Like, bro, some of the best women you will ever date in your life are reformed hoes.
They don't know about that. They know
how to do all the nasty shit that you like, and they ain't got no problems doing it. Like that's the facts.
That's what I'm saying. Because dudes don't be thinking about it on the other side, because they be wanting these virgins or these chicks with low body counts. And I'm like, okay, so if you met a chick who's 28 years old and she only been with 2 dudes voluntarily, that means and she's been single for how long? That means she got a low ass fucking sex drive. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get with her,
literally,
and if that's gonna be your girlfriend, then you ain't gonna be having sex that much because she got a low ass sex drive. You understand what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Shit is crazy, man.
Exactly, man.
It is crazy.
And the last thing I wanted to say, man, is like, man, like if you out there like listening to this shit right now, bro, and you feeling like you on some red pill type of mentality, and like you just want to be on your purpose or whatever, something like that, bro. Like there is I don't care if you want to call it conscious or unconscious war against masculinity.
Oh, facts. We actually gonna be talking about that this Friday, but go ahead. We're gonna talk. Me and Miles gonna be talking about that, but go ahead.
Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be up in there. Against like the ability to just be a man without worrying about being a man. And like if y'all niggas don't nut up, no fuck that. If we don't nut up as men and completely redirect the way that we approach women and the way we approach social interactions in general, and stop all of this weird anxiety, ADHD type shit that we're on in this generation. I'm in my 20s, and like I got homies. Like I look at these dudes. I mean, I feel like I'm average looking, at best, whatever. But I look at these dudes and I know for a fact that they are what quote unquote dudes would consider to be high value, right?
Right.
They're 6'5" and they're absolutely chiseled and shit. And these niggas are struggling with women, bro.
Right.
Just as bad as everybody else.
Right.
Because they're scared as fuck to talk to women, bro. If you think I'm lying, if you think I'm fucking lying, bro, join the gym. Start talking to all these fucking muscle bros that you see in the gym, who you would think could pull any bitch, because this guy is quote unquote gorgeous, and you and start talking to these fucking dudes, and you're gonna realize that a lot of these niggas spend 5 hours in the gym because they're scared of bitches, not because they get a lot of them.
Facts. You speaking facts, nigga. I love it. You speaking those facts, bro. That's some real shit.
Man, we gotta fucking man up, bro. All of us. Get, bro, 25 women a day, like the man said. Wail on these breezies. We got to, man. It's critical.
I feel you, but Joe, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. You going in, and yeah, definitely come through on Friday, man. Hit me up on Friday. We got to talk some more, but I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, I will talk to you soon. Peace. All right, so we got a few more calls. I'm trying to get to some of these before I gotta go. I got like 10 more minutes. But yo, what was crazy was I went to the doctor today and to get a checkup, and they measured my height, and apparently I'm 6 feet. I didn't know. I thought I was just 5'11", but apparently I'm 6 feet. So you know what that means? That means that what they call it. I'm a Tyrone now because I reached the 6 foot mark. You feel what I'm saying? So I got the looks, money, and the status. So I'm gonna get all the bitches, guys. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh shit. I was like, word? I thought I was just 5'11". Stop playing. I had the shoes off and everything. I was like, word? I was like, let me find out. A nigga is 6 feet. Man, the black pill dude's gonna be jealous. Okay, let's go to 469 real quick. 469, what's going on? What's popping? Who this?
What's good with you, Locario? Hey, it's Trey, man. Taylor 13.
What up? What's popping?
Content for a couple of years.
What's good? What's good?
I wouldn't say I could give the most accurate answer to this equation, but I would say it's pretty much you would get the closest to the accurate number. I would say as a whole, maybe we all, as men collectively, we need to start putting our foot down on our daughters and our wives. And why is it important? Because if other dudes making the body count a big deal, then why not start holding your daughter and your wife accountable?
So you say
way the guys who try to date your daughter, you be more confident and more assured that the kind of guy you're dealing with, because you kind of already know the ins and outs how guys are. At least you could try to steer away her from the bad people as much as possible. Now, I would say even a creepier way of doing it is giving her a phone that's already fucking tapped. Not like you listening on calls and shit like that. I'm saying like you get enough, like, because my cousin did this to my fiance one time. It was creepy as shit how he did it. But how he was able to, because he's good with tech phones and shit like that. So how he was able to bug her phone, he was able to see who she was texting, who she was emailing and shit like that.
Damn.
I would say as a father, I was like, that kind of makes sense, especially if she's on your wing, on your household, you provide everything, the essentials. But as your fiance, bro, that's way too far.
I'm telling you,
I wouldn't go that damn much.
You gotta be careful doing that, because you find out some shit that you ain't, because you know, this is what guys gotta understand. This is what guys gotta understand. And I talked about this also in another show. I was saying about looking through your girl's phone and shit. Let me tell you guys something. This is what will really fuck up your head, because this fucked up my head a few times in the past, where when you're dealing with certain women, like a girl you've been hooking up with, or let's say not even a girl, let's say a girl you're dating, girl that's your girlfriend or whatever, and when you find out certain things that the girl you're dealing with has done, it fucks your mind up, because you might have an image of who you think this girl is. And then when whatever you found out she did fucks up that image, it almost makes you like look at her different, like, damn, like you did that? Like I remember there was this one chick who I was fucking with, and she told me, she admitted one time how she sucked some guy's dick in the bathroom for cocaine. You understand what I'm saying? Just to get a hit of cocaine. And I was like, wait a second, you just randomly met a nigga and you wanted some cocaine that bad that you went into the bathroom and sucked his dick for the cocaine? And I'm like, who are you? Like, what? Like, you suck? Like, what? Like, what wait. I'm like, you randomly suck some nigga's dick for cocaine. That's crazy. And then so, because in my mind, I didn't think she was the type of girl who would do that. You understand what I'm saying? Her image, the box I had her in wasn't the type of girl that would do that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? So now that I knew that, I was like, you see what I mean? So a lot of guys, what happens is that we're ignorant to the things women are doing when we're not around. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing where all of these things that I've seen and that I've heard and that women tell me that they do, because remember, I coach women too. They tell me all of this type of shit they doing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm relating it to you guys like, yo, these women out here is getting it in. You understand what I mean? So it's
getting it in by any means.
Oh, hell yeah, man. But yo, brother, I appreciate the call, my dude. Hold on, I appreciate it. I gotta get a few more of these calls, man, but appreciate you, man. I'm a holla. All right, let me try to breeze through these calls real quick. 732. What's popping? Real quick. What's going on?
What's good, Locario? For sure. I donated.
What up? Appreciate the donation, my brother. What up? What's going on?
I just wanted to say a couple things. I get off the phone. Anyway, the first thing I gotta say is, y'all niggas, first of all, y'all keep saying that, like how niggas like to say, I'll find out about her past, this and the third. It's over. I'm not paying them no mind. These bitches have more games than the bitches that ain't wilding out here. So just guarantee that y'all gonna get got by one of them. So just give that shit up. Second of all, who the fuck? I wouldn't want to live in a world where everybody is literally fucking after marriage. I can't do that. And now niggas know y'all don't want to do that either.
Right.
So, that's what I'm saying. Just think about that shit. And me myself personally, Locario, I'm not gonna speak for everybody else, but I much prefer, and y'all can judge me for this, I much prefer what niggas call the hoe, the liberated sexual woman, because they're more open, they're more realistic. You're not getting none of that crude shit from them. I'm not hearing like they're not following another person's standard. I like free people,
right?
And I don't like that in men either. You understand what I'm saying? As far as being cool with niggas and shit,
right?
But other than that, that's all I had to say.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the call, my brother. All right, so let's go to 707. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, congratulations! You're reaching your 6 foot status, Mr. Locario. And I want to get to the point. You know how you tell us, like, don't listen to what a woman tells you to do?
Right.
But, okay, like, what about if you're just walking and a woman calls you over? Like, what would you do?
You say if you're walking and then a woman says, "Hey, come here."
No, like she's like, gesturing with her hand, like, come over where she's at.
Yeah, so you say to her, "No, you come over where I'm at." That's what you tell her.
But like, what if she's like, maybe like, I don't know, 20 feet away?
Doesn't matter. Be like, yo, you come over here. That's what you say. You let her come to you.
All right, my man. I know you got to take more of these calls. I appreciate you answering my question. Salute. Have a nice day. Cheers.
All right, my brother. Peace. All right, so we're going to go 973-111 and then 718, and we out of here. 973, what's popping? Who this?
All right, cool. Steel.
Shit, what's going on? It's Cold Steel. What's popping with you, bro? What's going on?
Yeah. So the reason why I think the reason why guys worry about body count is has to do with how they got the girl. So if they got the girl by wasting a lot of time in the friend zone or by using status, money, and lifestyle, then body count is important because that means that you're paying a higher price than other guys did, and it's the humiliation of that. So,
that's a great point. That's a great point because a lot of guys feel a certain type of way because they're like, man, if this girl fucked all these guys, you know, and did all this shit, and then I'm meeting her now, and I find out she fucked all these guys, but I wined and dined her and took her out on 3 dates, and I spent all this money, and I was being all romantic. I'm like, what the fuck was I being all romantic and doing all this other shit when these other guys probably didn't do all that? So that's why dudes be feeling a certain type of way a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the majority of guys.
Right.
You know, it'll be like buying something and then finding out that it was like on sale at half price like a couple of days ago.
Right.
Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's exactly that they worried about her cheating. I think that's what the issue is. You're gonna be pissed off about that.
Right. Yeah.
And
well,
then,
it's an ego thing, right?
Yeah. So that's the biggest reason. And then like and also if she has a higher body count than you, a lot of guys that are not gonna like that, but it. You know, it's not that big of an issue as long as she has genuine desire for you, but you still not gonna like it if she. It's just way easier for girls to get dick than it is for guys to get pussy.
Right. That is true. That is true. So guys start feeling resentful and shit about it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But Cold Steel, my brother, I appreciate you calling. But we're gonna get to 111-718-111. What's popping?
Yes, Nez, moment.
Nez, what's going on, my brother? What's good with you? Yes, sir. What's up? What up?
Yeah, I'm good. How you been?
Chilling. What's good with you?
Yeah, I'm good. I donated. Don't worry.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So,
what's going on?
Yeah. So, in response to your question, the way you can get the best estimate as to how many guys a woman's had sex with is you break into her house in the dead of night with gloves and a balaclava by climbing through her window and taking her phone, or you just pay somebody to either mug her in the street at knife point with a ski mask on, gain possession of it, then you send it to a digital forensic company that specialize in forensically examining digital hardware so they can examine the flash memory in the phone retrieve any types of messages, whether it's the DM, SMS, or email she's been sending back and forth with guys. And then after trawling through all the messages, you tally up the number of different guys that she makes mention of or alludes to sex with in those messages. Then you extrapolate that by taking her age, subtracting the number 18, which is the age of majority, and then subsequently taking the resulting integer and then multiplying it with the number of different guys she speaks about having sex with in the messages to get the best accurate ballpark estimate. It might not be precise, but it will be the best estimate you could possibly get, I think.
I love it.
So,
I love it. I love it. Yo, Nez, you sound like you did that before. Shit. This sound like this way he doing the regular.
I didn't do that before, but no, I mean, you're right about the whole body count thing, because there's a lot of girls out there who act like they're, like goody two shoes and stuff, and then you find out that they've been sucking and fucking multiple guys left, right, and center.
Right.
Like I remember about 3-4 years ago, I was fucking this Australian chick, and then she kept talking about, while we were having sex, she wanted me to call her a slut and stuff, and was saying, just use me for my holes. That's all I'm good for and stuff. And she actually let me jizz inside of her as well, like without a condom or anything. So in fact, like the vast majority of girls I've had sex with, I haven't used condoms with. So a lot of them just say they'll risk it, or just they say that they're on the pill or something.
That's crazy.
So,
y'all guys are funny as shit, man. But yo, Nez, I appreciate you calling in to let us know this. That shit was hilarious, my brother. But y'all, I'm gonna holler at you later though, because I gotta head up out of here. But I appreciate you calling in, man. All right, so we're gonna go to last call, 718. 718. I think this is Moses. 718. What's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, Locario's Moses. How you doing?
Moses.
Man? Listen, I'm gonna make this short.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. But can you want me to really give you an answer?
Yes, sir.
Nobody knows.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. That's
Facts.
the answer, because let me tell you, all that stuff. Listen, all that stuff these guys are talking about. Hello, yeah?
Yeah. You go ahead.
All this, like the first caller, yo, you need a chip camera. Listen, this is. I don't know if these guys are watching movies or what, but this is not the reality, man. You just don't know. Just only thing I know is that the chick that you dealing with, man, she's fucking other dudes. That's all you gotta know.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But how many, you don't know. You understand? But listen, I'm about to say one thing, man, and one short thing, and I'm gonna get out of here, man. Listen, I just recently, I ran like the Bad Boys membership has been helping me a lot. Been helping me the signs and everything like that.
Right.
Listen to what the most disrespectfulest thing this chick just recently did to me. Are you ready to hear this one?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
She didn't hit me. She said my mother's a bitch.
Damn.
I looked at her like, what?
You gotta tell her this.
Want to know why?
Get the fuck out of here!
You gotta tell her that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, I told her that, but you want to know why she called? You want to know why she told my mother? You want to know why she said my mother's a bitch?
Right.
Because I caught her lying. I caught her in her lies. That's why. And she knows that. And she knows she's lying to me, just like she's lying to other dudes. You understand? So that's why I told her, yo, listen, my miss, you lying, because you said it in the membership that if a chick is trying to refer you to a friend, she doesn't really like you.
Right.
So she tried to refer me to a friend. She like, yo, I got a friend. I look like a virgin. I need to smash women. I'm like, yo, listen, do you want to come do it, or do you have a female friend that's gonna do it? She said she got a female. I said, okay, so cool. So send me the picture of the female friend. DM me her number. No. So I said, okay. So I basically asked her to prove it to me. She can't prove it to me. I'm like, yo, Ma, you fucking lying to me. She said, oh, how the fuck do I know? My mother's a bitch. I'm like, okay, good. Thanks for telling me that. Charge your ass to the game, and that's that. You understand?
Moses, hilarious. Stop arguing with these ladies, Moses, but appreciate the call, my brother. All right, listen, guys, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Man, make sure you guys hit me up on Instagram at real mr.locario on Instagram. Go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. And also you get the Game Kings at Bad Boy membership. Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. And I will holler at y'all guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting something.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.